Coffee break with me. Woo! Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a video that a lot of you have asked about, and I don't know why in the world I have never filmed it ever. Basically, a lot of you have asked me what my top favorite foundations are. So what I thought I would do, and I know it's gonna be a little upsetting for some of you, is I'm gonna talk about my top 5 favorite foundations, high-end. So my top 5 high-end foundations. I know a lot of you prefer drugstore, it's a lot more affordable, but when I was looking at my stash, my collection of things, I only have like 2 drugstore foundations, so I'm a little ashamed. So until I do a little bit more extensive coffee break research, I can't do a top 5 foundation drugstore because I basically only like the CoverGirl 3-in-1. So I'll put that out there. CoverGirl 3-in-1, best drugstore foundation. I've tried like the Revlon Whipped, the Neutrogena Healthy something. I don't know. I told you guys, my face is a snob. I cannot help it. So I thought I would just call it my top 5 high-end foundation, my top 5 favorite high-end foundations. Is that okay? I'm sorry. Welcome to my face. That's my peace offering. So the very first one that I want to talk about is definitely my ride or die, holy grail, trade tater for a brand new bottle of it. Just kidding. Sometimes. And that is Urban Decay Naked Skin. Urban Decay Naked Skin is just an amazing, amazing foundation. It is hard to find your color, but I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm kind of all over the place right now, but I'll regroup my thoughts in just a second. It's hard to pick a color, but I'll let you in on a little secret. The shades that end in 0.0 are neutral to yellow undertones. The ones that end in 0.5 are beige to pink undertones or cool undertones. So that'll kind of help you out. A lot of times the problems people have with this foundation is they can't find their colors, so they think the foundation sucks, but it really doesn't. It's an amazing, lightweight, medium to full coverage foundation. I like to wear it. You guys know I'm about the full coverage life. I don't have imperfections on my skin. I do love my skin, but when I'm going to do my makeup, I'm gonna go all out and cover everything on my face. So I prefer medium to full coverage or medium buildable to full coverage foundations. I do have normal skin. I don't have an oily T-zone. I don't have dry areas. I don't have oily skin. Basically, I have normal as it can get. But I can tell you if these would be good for oily skin or not. So the Naked Skin from Urban Decay is a really great foundation because you could pile this on your face and it will never look like cake face. It's a little bit runny, but I do use it with my beauty blender. I use, in fact, most of these with my beauty blender. So I'm in the shade 3.0 in case you're wondering. The next foundation that I wanna talk to you guys about, and this foundation would be good for all skin types, I think. If you're oily, you wanna use a really good setting powder. If you're dry, it is not a drying foundation, so I think it would definitely work for you. The next foundation is what I'm wearing today, and this is a foundation that kind of helps me get through the summer here in hot Dallas, and this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. I'm in the color Rattan or 2W2. This is a foundation that is extremely full coverage. It's not medium buildable, no, it's full coverage. It does dry matte, and it is very good for people with oily skin. It is very, very good. I have a NARS foundation pump on it just so that it's easier for me to take it out. And I think that foundation pump is like $2 at Sephora. But again, this is such a great foundation if you want just perfect face all day, doesn't smudge, budge, move, go anywhere. Plus it has an SPF of 10 and that always makes me feel a little bit better. The next foundation that I want to talk to you guys about, I just recently discovered and I really, really like it. This is the Pure Minerals 4-in-1 Liquid. This is a light to medium coverage foundation. It does have an SPF of 15, which is great. One of those foundations that's going to give you a dewy finish, a natural, healthy glow dewy finish. Not anything shiny, not anything greasy, but this probably wouldn't work so well with someone with oily skin. If you have dry skin and like a natural look, this is definitely a foundation for you. I discovered this because I was sent Pure Minerals products to try. Otherwise, I would have never had a light coverage foundation in this top 5. But it helped me realize that sometimes it's good to do a lighter weight foundation because it just gives your face a more real or touchable look to it. So I really like this foundation. Fourth favorite foundation is an extreme full coverage foundation. This is a foundation that you would love if you like the Kat Von D Tattoo Locket foundation. It is a foundation that is formulated with a lot more pigment and water than most foundations. So you just use a tiny bit and it covers your entire face. This is the Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream. I did a full review on this foundation already, and I'm going to link that down below. This is a pricey foundation, but it is very, very full coverage. It is extremely full coverage, but it gives you a really pretty face. I would say it's almost like a demi-matte or matte finish, but if you have extremely oily skin, unless you set it really, really well with a powder or use a mattifying primer, this may break up on your skin, especially in your T-zone. I wouldn't wear this in the hottest time of the summer. So like mid-July, beginning of August, I wouldn't use this because I'm pretty sure it's gonna melt and slide all over my face. But it is a great, great foundation. I'm in the color Buttercup. I personally hated the Kat Von D foundation. I felt like it never set on my skin, it never dried, and it just smeared all over my clothes. It was just a mess. I couldn't get over that like paint smell, and it got patchy all over my face. This one, I don't have any of those issues with, so I think this would be more of like a full coverage fall or winter foundation. It's a little bit thick, so I would suggest using a brush with it to apply it, your fingers, or blotting it on really, really well with your fingertips, and then taking a beauty blender to it. My last favorite foundation is a foundation that you hardly ever hear me talk about. In fact, I did a review with it once when my channel was really, really, really new. But this is a foundation that I use very, very often. It's a foundation that I love to use in the summer, and it's the foundation that my mom uses every single day. For reference, you guys know that I don't have oily skin. I have regular skin. My mom has really, really oily skin. So for her to find a liquid foundation that works for her is extremely difficult. She's tried several and doesn't like them, so she always goes with powder foundations. This is the powder foundation that has been by her side for the last like year or two. No, I would say like last year. And she just loves it. This is Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation. And this foundation came out, it's relatively new. It has one of those mesh inserts where you push your brush in and then the powder gets on the brush and then you buff it into your skin. This is the first powder foundation that I have ever tried that doesn't make me look like it's a powder foundation. So I don't know if you guys have had the experience where you put on a powder foundation and your face looks like a rock, like it looks like a slate. It looks sandy, it looks cake face, it looks terrible. It clings on to patches of your skin. This one doesn't. This is like a special pixie dust unicorn powder, newborn baby tears, all put into a little jar, and it gives your face a beautiful, flawless evenness. Does that make sense? It's full coverage, but it's not heavy. You don't feel like you're wearing it. You don't feel uncomfortable. It doesn't smear on your clothes or whoever you're hugging. It doesn't give you cake face. It's just so smooth and silky. When you use it, you kind of push into the mesh, and you could see the powder on the tip of my middle finger. And when you buff it into the skin, it's almost like it's a soft baby powder just floating on top of your skin. So it evens out your skin tone, your pigmentation. gives you full coverage, but it doesn't look like a full coverage product. Do you guys know what I'm trying to say? Because when I use like an Estee Lauder Double Wear and I do half of my face, oh, it looks like I'm wearing a foundation. When I put this on and I do half of my face, it basically just looks like I have a really good side and then my crazy side. You know, so it gives you full coverage, but it gives it in the most graceful, natural way. If you have dry skin, it doesn't cling on to your dry patches. If you have oily skin, when your skin starts to perspire throughout the day, it gives your skin a natural glowy look, not like a ratchet, oily, oil slick type of T-zone. No, you gracefully get dewy throughout the day. They do sell this with like a really short kabuki brush that is really cute, but very hard to use. So any type of buffing brush that you have, like the one from Real Techniques is really good. Any type of buffing brush that you have will apply this beautifully. So that is it for my top 5 high-end favorite foundations. I really hope you guys found this video useful. Let me know what your favorite foundations are, because there is nothing worse than looking like a hot mess or like your face not matching your neck or your ears. And what happens through time is your skin gets used to using a specific foundation, and then you're so used to using it that you don't realize that your face has moved on and you need to try a new product. Let me know your recommendations in the comments below, because I'm always looking to try new stuff. And as always, all of the products that I mentioned will be listed in the description box below, along with my nail polish color, my shirt, and all of that stuff is always listed in the description box below. Tater says hi. Of course, if you guys found this video useful or entertaining or learned something, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, this coffee break is over. Bye guys!